Hi guys, Machine Gun Allie here with Discount Firearms and Ammo in Las Vegas. Today's video is going to be about some general range safety rules. So when you go to a gun range, first thing you have to remember is your firearm. If you are planning on bringing your firearm or your rifle, you have to make sure that you have it securely either encased in a safe case like this, which can be locked, as long as it is actually in a case that is secure and made for firearms, then it's considered okay. So this one right here, we're using my dummy gun to show you. As you can see, this is 100% safe. And you keep your ammo in here as well. That way when you're here, you're perfectly fine. Everybody on the range knows that you're safe. Or you can do it this way and carry it in your holster. If you carry it in your holster, you want to make sure that you keep it in your holster until you are ready to shoot on the range. Do not take it out until you're on the range and in your spot. Okay? One of the range staff is going to hold your ID, so you have to make sure you do have a current valid identification. Passports are fine. A lot of times, especially in Vegas, there's a lot of tourism, so passports are okay. However, it does have to be 100% non-expired, current, and no void on it, okay? You're going to come over to the counter. Once they've taken your ID, you're going to fill out something like this. This is the range use agreement. It goes over all of their basic rules, regulations, your do's and your don'ts. So this will give you a good brief overview of what you'll have to sign. You'll sign this. We'll make sure everybody's of age, and then they're going to make sure that you have the proper protection needed. That includes a nice set of hearing muffs or earmuffs or earbuds, however you want to call them. There's all different kinds of them. These ones are electronic, so they actually, you can hear people in between a little bit easier, but they also have standard ones. They're a little bit thicker. You can see them back there. You have to protect your hearing. It's very loud in a range because of the echo, so make sure you protect your hearing. Also, you want a good pair of glasses. These are safety glasses so that no kind of metal, shrapnel, any kind of anything could possibly fling at you. Even a shell that's extracting from your rifle, it won't get through. So we're gonna gear up. We got our glasses on. Got this on. Firearms in the holster. This is how I would be ready to go. Now we're gonna go over some of the range safety rules. Okay, so for range rules, first rule is that pregnant women may not enter the shooting range. This, ladies, is not because we are mad that you're pregnant or anything like that, but it is to protect your baby. It is very loud in there, and not only that, but firearms and the cartridges from the firearms actually do give off lead, which is even in small amounts, a carcinogenic. We want to protect you as most as we can, especially when you're pregnant. Second rule, the eye and the hearing protection must be worn at all times. So when you're in the range, you keep those eyes and those ears on. Even if you need to clean them, if you have to hear something, go outside of the range safely, listen to whatever you need to do, clean your glasses off, and then go back in with them on. Always keep your firearms pointed in a safe direction, meaning downrange, at your target, not at anybody else's. There's no cross-firing, nothing like that. You stay in your lane. You're always going to remember to keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. That's a big one. A lot of people, for some reason, they think that it's a good idea to keep their finger on the trigger and they forget that it's there. You always want to keep your firearms unloaded until you're ready to shoot. This is just another safety tactic that across the board, majority of ranges really appreciate fellow shooters doing. After that, we've got do not allow any part of your body to extend beyond the firing line. I think that rule pretty much explains itself. Don't go in front of any possible fire. Next rule, we've got firearms may be loaded only at the firing line. So that means if you're in the range, you don't want to be standing in the middle of the aisle loading your gun. You want to do it in your own lane. Okay, after we've done that, in the event of any kind of a firearm malfunction, you need to lay your gun down, pointing it downrange, and then ask for assistance. Now there's a couple of different ways you can ask for assistance. You can look to your left and right while keeping your firearm pointed in that safe direction, see if there's a range safety officer nearby, and raise your hand. Otherwise, if there isn't a range safety officer nearby, keep that gun laying down, pointed in a safe direction, and go get your range safety officer to help you with that malfunction. And I had already mentioned no cross firing, so just shoot your target only. Also, Obviously, all minors have to be accompanied by monitored parents or legal guardians. So any children, anybody under the age of 18 has to be with a parent or legal guardian. That's for their safety. So it's very important. You have to be 18 years of age to rent any long guns and 21 years of age to rent any handguns. That's, I believe, is actually a state rule. $25 per strike, which basically means that this is if you happen to hit something that is our part of the range's gear and it damages it, you're going to get charged a $25 fee per strike to the facility equipment. This is because it is very costly to fix this equipment, to keep this place running for all of us gun lovers. There is no shot shells, black powder, non-jacketed lead, armored piercing, tracer, or pyrotechnic ammunition. So none of that is allowed indoor ranges. That's pretty much across the board as well. You want to do that kind of stuff, go to an outdoor range or go to the desert, but not inside. It's just too dangerous. Food, drink, and tobacco use are prohibited. And that, just like for those pregnant women, is because of the fact that there is carcinogenics. The lead is going to be on your hands. So you don't want to touch your face. You definitely don't want to be drinking it or smoking anything near any firearms or eating anything. No one under the influence or drugs may enter the shooting range. This is an obvious rule for everybody's protection. You don't want to be drunk. You don't want to be under the influence of something and have accidentally something go wrong and really hurt somebody. Failure to follow these rules or any unsafe behavior may result in the expulsion from the range. This basically means with any kind of a store, they have the right to refuse service. So if you act in an unsafe manner, if you're fooling around, if you're not being smart, they have the right to take you out of the range and tell you you have to be on your way. So come here with a happy mind. Come here, energetic, getting ready to shoot. You'll have a great time. Don't do anything stupid. Really simple rules. So I'm going to take you out on the range real quick, show you what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Let's do it. Eyeglasses are on, so I am safe. Put the hearing on. But before we do, I want to let you see this real quick. This is kind of considered like a rat trap. With ranges across the nation, they usually have two doors. The reason for this is one, to help with the sound, and two, for security and safety. So if somebody wants to come into the range, one door opens, the other door stays closed until this door is closed again. So let's do this. Ready to go. You'll see that some people make sure, just to remind everybody, make sure the door closes, because we don't want this kind of loud sounds coming into the outside. We also don't want any kind of debris flying towards this glass because of the airflow coming through here. Safety first. This is a very fun range, but we always want to make sure that you're safe. That way you can continue to have fun. Now let's go shoot. Okay, so I'm in my lane. This is my assigned lane, which your range safety officer or any of the range staff will tell you which lane. Every lane will be numbered, and they'll tell you, okay, you're going to be in this lane number. So you go to your lane, and you can set all your stuff out, all your gear out. So I will take my firearm out. I've already got my firearm loaded. It's ready to go. Always keep the firearm in the safe direction. And you can tell that in here, because of the acoustics, it will get very loud. That's why we have these hearing protection. Always keep the gun pointed in the safe direction, finger off the trigger. And if you're here with some friends, that's great. People can share a lane. However, you just have to remember, if you're talking with your friends, I'll use my dummy gun for this. Pink. If you're talking with your friends, one thing you don't want to do is sweep. What sweeping means is you're taking your barrel and you're actually crossing in front of people or potential people. Even though this is a wall, there's still somebody on the other side of it. So we want to make sure that we do not turn towards your friends when you're talking. So if I'm bang, 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 oh my gosh, did you see that? Wasn't that cool? This is a big no-no, because what I just did is endangered anybody's life over here, plus my friend is standing right in front of my gun, and you know it's loaded. Don't do that. Make sure that you remember, keep your firearm pointed down range. If you need to talk, you can turn like this or set your firearm down to talk, take pictures, enjoy yourselves. Ladies, big thing. There is something called the happy dance that happens here at the range quite often. With firearms, your shell is actually extracted, or it's shot out basically the side of the slide once the bullet fires downrange. It's very hot. Because of this, what happens a lot of times is somehow it ends up winding down your shirt. This has happened to guys too. Do not freak out. It is hot, but it's not going to catch you on fire. It's going to sting. Just remember 2 things. If you get a shell down your shirt, set it down, then dance. Set it down, then dance. Get it out, whatever you need to do, but that gun stays pointed that direction and it is not in your hands. This is what I've seen happen. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Oh, it's too hot! Really? Come on, ladies. You can have a baby. I think you can handle a hot shell. Keep it pointed that way, set it down, and do our dance. Now, if you're not familiar with how to clear your firearm or all of the different possible malfunctions that can happen when you're on the range, this is kind of a sample of one of them. As you just saw that my firearm is cleared and safety checked, and this is an empty shell. This is what you would consider a failure to extract or a malfunction. If you do not know how to clear this, what I want to see everybody know how to do is, oh my goodness, look, I can't fire anymore. I see that there's something there, but I don't know how to clear it. My gun stays in this direction. I can go like this, see if there's anybody around. I could raise my hand. Or I can set the firearm down if I don't see anybody, come out and say, excuse me, and somebody will come and help you. Now, just for a quick tip, come back in and I'll show you how to clear this. Because this is a failure to extract, the easiest way to clear this would be, 1, take your magazine out. 2, you're going to hold on to the slide and you're going to rack it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and out it came. That way, the round is now out, but at the same time, by racking your slide, you're not feeding another round in. Now, if it was just a simple malfunction where maybe the round didn't seat in all the way, an easy way to fix that is tap, and you could re-rack. What that will do is it'll pop out that one round that didn't seat quite properly, and it'll keep your firearm chambered for the next round. Discount Firearms actually offers basic firearms instruction courses and classes to help you realize how to clear your guns, how to clean your guns, gun safety, CCW, all kinds of classes. It's very important to not only have fun while you're shooting, but know about shooting. Know about your firearm, know about other types of firearms. That way, we're all safe, we're having fun, and we're learning something. Now, as I had mentioned before, it's very important with the range rules that we keep our firearms pointed in the safe direction, and they are only out of their case when they are in this lane. What I don't want to see is if you get excited and let's say you ran out of ammo and you want to go get some more ammo, I don't want to see this. Bang, 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 bang. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. I got to go get some more ammo. Even though I know this is empty, nobody else does. Would you be scared? Not of the pink gun. But would you be scared if this was a real gun running towards you? Of course you would. So yes, never do that. Always remember, keep the firearm in your lane. When you're ready to leave, make sure that your gun goes back into its holster or its case, zip it up here, and then you can leave the lane. Now, maybe you have a lot of friends. I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I do. So sometimes we like to actually shoot and there's just too many of us. So 2 people can shoot out a lane, 3 is a little bit too much. So let's say that we have friends in a couple of lanes and you want to try shooting one of their guns or you want them to try and shoot one of your guns. You can go to another lane, but you have to do it safely. And you remember the rule I just told you about. If you're going to leave this lane, how does your gun have to be? Put it in the holster. Put it in the case. So what I don't want to see is bang, bang, bang. Oh my gosh, Susan, you have to try this gun. No. Instead, it's going to be bang, bang, bang. Holster. Oh my gosh, Susan, that was so much fun. You've got to try this. Much better and safer. So if you have any kind of problems remember that the range safety officers are here at the range for you. If you have any concerns, if you need help with a malfunction, if you have questions about maybe one of the range rules. Most of these are pretty generic. They're across the board nationwide. But just in case some ranges are a little different, just raise your hand or find your nearest range safety officer. Now, when you're leaving, it's also important that, if you would, for common courtesy and also for the safety of others, to just kind of sweep. You'll notice there's always brooms down the range because all these shells are on the ground at the end of the day. So when you leave your area, it's important that you be courteous and take the broom and just push all of the brass up towards the range. That way, it's not in anybody's way and nobody will fall or trip on it. Better safe than sloppy. Know what I mean? And last but not least, let's just say that you're having a great time, you're following all the rules of the range, but you happen to notice that somebody else isn't. Everybody has the right to, one, cease fire, which means if you see somebody acting erratically or their behavior is not right, you can yell a ceasefire if they're doing something really bad. Or if you're not comfortable, get your range safety officer and they can handle it. Don't ever be afraid to just tell them. Get a range safety officer. Say, sir, I'm sorry, the guy in lane 1, he is pointing his gun in different directions. He is not being safe. I don't feel comfortable. And that range safety officer, remember, they're here for you. They will handle that situation. Everybody is here to have fun, but they also are here to be safe and to feel. So in closing, when you're ready to go, you've had enough fun at the range for one day and you're ready to come back tomorrow, always remember, you're going to holster your firearm before you leave the lane. You're going to clean up your area, and then you're ready to go. Simple rules, but very effective, and they keep everybody safe and happy. So I'm going to do that now. I've got my firearm holstered, my dummy gun holstered. I've already cleaned up my area. It's good to go. My targets have been taken down and thrown into the trash bin. All of my brass has been pushed forward, and it looks as when I came in. So now I can go, and I'll be back tomorrow. So something that's really neat and very unique about Discount Firearms is that every Tuesday they have Ladies' Night for all us ladies. That means that ladies shoot for free. That's right, ladies, free. No range fee for the ladies. And that also means that you can stay in here for 5 hours if you want to, because there's no time limit on your range lane. So have as much fun as the ammo you have. And for locals, Las Vegas, we love our locals. Discount Firearms also offers the lowest range fees in all of Las Vegas for our locals. So definitely a great place to be. Definitely a great place to shoot and to shop. Actually, they've got a great shop, and it's a great place to learn. Tons of classes to check out. You can check them out online. This is Machine Gun Allie with Discount Firearms and Ammo saying, shoot safe, shoot true, shoot often, and remember, it's your right. So protect it and respect it. See y'all later.